There you go.
Okay, that's one layer.
Whoa.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
I want to see you both driving that car on the street. It would just be great, right? That's really what I want. And whatever you need, we'll help. We will. And if we can't, we'll tell you we can't.
GM really started with EVs with the EV1.
Yeah.
And it kind of looked like this, as you said, with this T-shape. Those are lead acid batteries, 12 volt lead acid batteries. I think we had 26 of them.
Really excited about what you guys are doing, and I think they're ready for you over at Design.
Awesome. I think I might know what that means. All right, mechanical assembly. I think that's where we're going.
Oh, it's an EV1.
That's the one.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, I like your t-shirts. Nice to meet you. My name is Billy.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ray.
Doug, nice to meet you.
Brad, nice to meet
Hi,
you.
I'm Ray.
Nice to meet you.
Jared.
How's it going,
Hi.
Friday?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so whose idea was the t-shirts?
It was
This
mine.
one. I don't know where you got the idea.
Touche.
So I'm guessing this is 159.
This is.
And I'm guessing that's a gift for Billy.
It might be.
I could fit in that box, you know?
Me too.
So EV1, you hear about the project. Obviously, we love your shirts. We've kind of joked about those earlier. That's fantastic. But as a GM employee, as someone who works on concepts, knowing and hearing that you get to put your hands on an EV1, to take one apart, what was that like, getting that news? Was that exciting, or did you have to do a little bit of quick research, or you knew what it was and chomping at the bit to help?
We definitely referenced your videos.
Yeah.
For me personally, this was my second time ever seeing one. So it was exciting, driving into something new that you don't normally do.
Yeah. And being able to work on something that is this era is really interesting because it informed a lot of what we have done for the last 5 or 10 years here. So a lot of our newer concept projects that we will build, this is where it started. So even though this was before our time, now like we're part of the future of it, and it's cool to see where it came from.
I mean, when we first heard about the project, my research was, I'm like, they have the YouTube video, and then I started watching it. And then we kind of got a parts list of things you guys were looking for. And then I started just documenting the minutes in the video because I didn't know what a PIM was. And I'm like, oh, 40 minutes, they said PIM. So then next thing you know, we all kind of gather around and we watched your videos a bunch of times over. And then the more we watched it, then it got really, I got more and more excited about it. And I know the team did. So it was kind of cool to be a part of it, Yeah. And knowing that it's going to be back in the wild, that's going to be really cool.
Right. But it was also like, we don't get to do a lot of things for a specific owner. And it's so cool to watch be so excited about everything that you guys find. You take off a panel and you see numbers and you're trying to figure out why are these numbers not matching. And it's so cool to get that energy because a lot of our projects, while the project is cool, it doesn't have that human component of like the end user is usually farther down the road than us.
I feel that, as a prototyper myself, the work never gets out of the company, right? And to actually have this connection to the real world, and yes, I am the owner, but I call this one the EV1 for the people, because this is the EV1 that everyone's going to be allowed to see, and hopefully many people will be able to drive.
Yeah. And we would be so excited if you ever come back to Detroit and you want to bring it to the Dream Cruise. It would be really cool to see it on the road.
It'll be there one day. It'll be
Going down the Woodward. So the Woodward Dream, Billy won't know what that is. He's all EV.
I've
He's never owned a
gas
gasoline
car,
vehicle.
But he told me about Woodward.
So Woodward, you go drag racing. This is where the first drag races happen. It's Detroit history. I've drag raced there for other events. Sometimes not for events. Like if you're on Woodward and you're lined up next to someone, you hit the gas. In your case, you'll hit the pedal, but that would actually, like it's the mecca of petrol head, and to show up with the most significant electric vehicle,
It'd be great.
you'll have to do the Woodward Dream Cruise with it.
Do it, yeah. Maybe I could do it next to the Hummer.
All right, next big one, because we ran into it. You deal with new materials. You're building new, fresh things that haven't existed. How stressful, how difficult, how much did you have to change working on 30-year-old plastic that's been aged a little bit, cured in the sun? Stressful? Did you learn some tricks? Did maybe one or two things not make it?
So I think, luckily, we had zero casualties this entire project. We had zero casualties. But I think I'm speaking for all of us here when we say we all take the care and time and then basically treat everything like it's one-off and you can't replace it. You can't make another one. You can't get another one.
Right.
That's kind of our scope of work here at Design, is not being able to replace it, that everything is one of one,
Mm-hmm. When we have some of our historical vehicles come in, if we're doing like a ground up rebuild or something, you might get deep enough that you find things that are also materials that you wouldn't notice now. So like on a couple of our 50s concepts, there's lead panels inside. And
That's a surprise.
well, it's different because it was, everything that you had access to is different. So this is kind of in between what we get here. We get the really old stuff and we get the fairly modern things. With the plastic, we at least knew in advance that it was going to be something that we needed to be slow about. But sitting there holding the lock open and just tugging this slowly, everything is very slow, but we were able to get, I think, most of the things that you wanted without too many
There were no
problems. Yeah.
I'm
No
guessing-
casualties, just time.
I'm guessing you probably watched the radio removal 3 or 4 times, because the manual's like, push this one tab, slide right out, and Billy and I fought that thing for an hour, but that was because it was also rusted into the spot. But hopefully, did yours go a little bit more like you pushed the tab and it popped right out?
We have a lot less rust and no front window issues than you guys do, so I think we didn't run into some of the problems that you had.
Yeah, when they got the radio out, I'm like, was it rusty? And they're like, no, it wasn't rusty. It came out. And I'm like, okay, theirs was extremely rusty.
That was a fight, an absolute brawl to get out.
And on the direction you guys were following, you were coming in through the side.
Yeah.
And then when you got in and found that clip,
Yeah.
by watching your video, we were aware of that, so that helped us out.
Well, and it's
So-
funny because the pictures in the manuals, like we had the manuals to take it apart, and it said to slide right in from that. But yeah, it probably came from the front, and it was so much easier
Yeah.
than what whoever wrote the manual hadn't worked on the car enough, I guess. We always find ways that we're like, oh, you missed it in the manual. It's easier to do this.
Yeah.
You mentioned one-off parts, irreplaceable parts. I noticed there's one that's not on the car anymore that we desperately needed, the windshield. Was that probably the most stressful part that you removed from the vehicle?
From a braking standpoint, yes. Rachel is the glass whisperer. I've worked with her several times pulling windshields out of cars, and again, haven't had one break, but
So far, I've never broken a piece of glass, but I really like to be slow. I really like the tools that I've been using for the last 10 years. It would be difficult to get me to change because kind of like once you're successful, what do you don't want to change.
Especially with glass. 'Cause,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the one thing that was really different about this windshield is that because of the all aluminum frame, the wire that I'm using to cut it with is steel. So usually that will slide through the urethane easily and not catch it all on the steel frame. But because this is aluminum, it felt like it was catching very frequently, and I couldn't figure out why. Is it because there's spot welds that have blowout on the other side or what? And it turned out that it was because the aluminum frame is softer than the steel wire. So just because of the geometry, in some places, the wire was trying to cut into the frame instead of the urethane.
We felt that even just with the handsaw, the braided wire handsaw that we're using, even you do all the care you can, but just because of the crazy shape of it for the aerodynamics and styling, like even our hand wire would catch and bind. So it makes sense that aluminum would be softer than steel. But
yeah, but I didn't even realize that it was an aluminum window frame. I'm like, oh yeah, everything is aluminum. Like, that's
And surprisingly, the urethane was in pretty good shape.
It
We were
was.
expecting the brittleness and all that, and it was still pretty soft and pliable, so it was kind of a cool thing that it was.
Although we did, I don't know, it was Brad's idea to keep it under the heater for a few days before we attempted
To
it.
warm it
so
up?
Exactly.
we ran into the corrosion helped in a few spots for us where the urethane just was no longer attached because of the surface corrosion of the aluminum pushed it off. But
Yeah, and we used heat as well on a couple spots where, it was really, really tough, especially in the corners at the top. That was really tough for us to get off. But we also had the added benefit of this is already completely broken. So if we made another crack, it wasn't going to be the end of the world.
Right, yeah.
But I am happy to say we got it off in mostly one piece. So it should be a nice display one day.
because we were still operating on the principle of we weren't invited here, this wasn't happening. Yeah, we
This
had
is before
we weren't-
all that.
Yeah, we hadn't done that, so we were still 3D scan. Darren has a large CNC table, and we were going to start making and cutting wooden bucks so we can work with a company. The only company that was willing to do the gold foil was going to be a minimum order of 25, and it was getting difficult and expensive. So
It'd be more expensive than the car itself.
That was really interesting, the gold foil layer that's in between. It looks so different than when we take a windshield off. It always has a laminate in the between, like the safety glass, but it's not quite as large of a sandwich. And so seeing the edge of it, it just looks like it's very, very different than what you would see now.
Yeah. So we actually found one of the engineering papers. So it's 4mm glass. It's only 2 panes, has a traditional safety layer and that gold foil. But yeah, it's such a smaller sandwich. So probably want to get some PPF to protect it, Billy, from rocks when it's all together.
So as General Motor employees, what does it mean to you to be able to help us get 212 back on the road?
I keep going back to talking about seeing the project come together with you guys and then being a part of it. We work on, like Rachel said earlier, the one-off vehicles, and then to know that this is something that is going to be out there, it makes it a little special, and watching and seeing the care that you guys were putting into it and the excitement level, and it kind of spilled over onto us. And I mean, we were coming across as we were taking stuff apart, there were wasp nests in there and snails. I'm like, wonder if they had any snails in theirs,
We definitely had a wasp nest.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but to know that you guys are going to be doing it the way I think that we would do it and put the time and care into it, it is pretty cool. It's nice. So.
For me, knowing, I don't know, it's the human component, right? So we both have project cars in our garage, and being able to help somebody out with a project car that you're going to be the guy with this car and it's just you, it's wonderful to be able to help you.
All right, we've been standing and talking enough with a car right there. Let's walk around and look at it and see if we can spot any differences. So.
Great.
All right, so we're looking at the EV1. And do you know why this car in particular was chosen as the parts donor for 212?
Okay, so since you guys had a broken front glass, but an intact rear glass, this one had a broken rear glass and an intact front glass. So hopefully between the two, you guys will have a whole car.
Oh my God, they complemented each other. Now, just looking at this car, I noticed something that's different about 212, right? The cover for the PIM here is a different design. And you'll notice that this is actually a Gen 2 design. So when Gen 2 came out with nickel metal hydride batteries, right, the car had different badging. It also had a different PIM cover so that you could easily identify what was different about it. What's interesting though is that this VIN number 159 is before 212. And we know those first few hundred EV1s were all lead acid. So at some point in this car's life, it was upgraded to nickel metal hydride. And with that, they swapped out the PIM as well.
We did notice the badging on the front fenders had the nickel metal hydride, but we did not know that about the PIM.
So did you manage to get that charger out without pulling the bumper cover, or did you pull the bumper cover and it's just back on for presentation?
Definitely pulled the bumper cover.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out how on earth you did it without, because even missing parts, we were like, how does this come out?
Yeah, but the more external parts that we take off, the less it looked like an EV1. So
It looked like the shell of an EV1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone's already seen that once. We don't need to keep re-showing that.
well, now yours is much cleaner than ours.
It looked about like this when we were starting. It's pretty accurate.
Except we had a ton of gravel in here from that roof falling on it.
So when you're working on this car or any other cars, what do you hope people understand about GM and their actual commitment to their legacy, your participation with it, the care that you put in to removing a bolt, and just what do you hope people understand in the big picture, that it's not just this mega corporation, but there's people, there's passion, and there, even as a corporation, kind of some passion behind their legacy and where they came from?
So one of the things that I really like about this building and this shop and mechanical assembly is we do so much with our historical properties, but this is a vehicle that is in a several decade section we don't see a lot of. So, you know, we know how to be careful not to ruin anything, but we don't necessarily get to see everything that GM's ever made. And this is a great chapter right in the center. And it's really the beginning of how the EV evolution has gone since then. So the garage that we're in has pictures of a lot of the ICE vehicles from, the early few decades. And maybe at some point this will be hanging on the wall in an EV garage with all of the successors.
I mean, as vehicles get older, they're classified as historical. So we treat this one the same way. We kind of with kid gloves, we know the fragility of all of it, and we just want to make sure that it's preserved properly.
Yeah, when we were putting together a list of other optional parts for you guys, like some stuff I didn't even know what to call out because there's so many options. So if you see something, definitely let us know.
Yeah, no, like that. Having this, that'll make things a lot easier. What's interesting is the Gen 2 has a hammer on the barrel plug.
It's different.
So the other older PIMs don't have that hammer. So, and again, this being Gen 2, even if you had the match shifter, that wouldn't work at all for us. It's not. We learned
different.
Gen 1 stays Gen 1, and they have to be a pair. So that's a fun problem. We'll get there.
We will get there, indeed. Look at all the sleeves too they have.
Yeah.
A lot more than we thought we had, right?
There's more back. So basically, we sent all of our rubber hoses to that dry ice process. But then we took all the sleeving off so we could remeasure it, because we're working with a company that's going to send out all new sleeving, and so we can relume everything. But yeah, we're missing a few bags of our.
So have you ever worked on a Saturn before?
No.
Is this the first Saturn in the shop here?
Wow. I think other than riding in a Saturn when I was a kid, I hadn't, so this is cool.
What's funny, the junkyard just figured it was an old Saturn. One of the attendants kept teasing their kid that it was going to be their first car, this junky old Saturn. And then it sold for what it sold, and they're like, what is this thing, and why did that just happen?
Did you know about the auction at all when it was going on?
No, not until when Brad pulled up your videos so that we could kind of follow along with what you guys were doing and be able to help you the best that we could.
Very cool.
You know what? There's one thing we need to look at. The doors.
Oh yeah, let's check
the fender
doors.
brace.
Let's see.
So we found out 001 did not have the door cutouts. 159, it's got it. This one's a little bit cleaner than 212's door cuts.
Now, yesterday in the round table, we found out why the doors got cut like that. Any guesses? Or?
I mean, because of the door swing.
Yes. Now, in particular, though, do you know what these panels are made out of?
From you guys, we learned that those are that's composite, so that the antenna can collect the signal.
Yeah, and these panels too, right? They're not metal.
Right.
And these cars were in Arizona and California. Beautiful sun all day long over there. And when the sun beats on this car all day long, these panels actually expand a little bit. To the point where if you would open the door expanded a little bit, and it could potentially hit that bracket. So the engineers told us that they cut those brackets after finding out that people in the field were actually experiencing this effect where the panels would expand and they would clip the door when they would open it on hot summer days.
I missed hearing it. I'm glad my thought process was at least along the... It's always funny. I'm sure you've seen cars in your restorations and repair that you can tell something's a field fix. And then you have to go backwards and like, was this just a temporary repair or was this a bootleg repair to fix an actual problem?
That's very interesting to know that that wasn't the initial reason for cutting it, is because of the heat expansion. Yeah. Like, did you find anything out about the little plunger that holds this up?
I don't think exactly, but really these things they can bend.
Oh yeah,
right?
super flexible.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that is just to hold the corner, like, because if you can feel it there, and it literally is just holding that corner. And you think about it, that in the sun, that would get droopy.
Yeah.
I mean, Saturn's got droopy in the sun on their own, and that's a similar-ish material. So,
little added support.
So did you pull the antenna out?
That's that
big foil sheet.
Yeah, it's a foil sheet. Yes.
Was that not kind of crazy to put your hand see? Like, that was one of those things that we were like, how's the antenna work? And then we dropped the headline and we're like, what is this part? And we're like, that's the antenna.
We would love to be able to see, once you guys get it going, like if you learn more about it. 'Cause I've never seen anything like that. And watching your guys' videos, like the headliner comes down, there's just a pancake.
Yeah. You know, they really did that for aerodynamics. They didn't want anything sticking out of this car to bring that coefficient down. It was just a super cool idea to put it in the roof like that. I've never seen that on any other car.
And that's, I think, one of the greatest things. I love that Billy's letting me work with him so much and share literally all of it, because if you're in GM, but you're not from the era, like, the engineers are getting older. The stories and the information and all of the whys are going away, and we're able to not only fix and repair the car and preserve it and work with everyone to do this, we're able to tell the car's story in a level that no car made since the 90s is getting its story told. Like, is there another car that deserving? Nothing against the J-Spec GMs, but I don't think a Sunfire needs a complete frame-off restoration quite like this car.
There's definitely not as many that are as unique.
Something that I am curious about is if you saw any markings on 212. We had a lot of handwritten numbers, if in the video we kind of go back and forth. Our VIN is 212, but all the markings were 221. Did you see anything like that on this car?
So we've had a couple different markings depending on where we were looking. So some of it, like our VIN is 159. But we have some places that say 160 and some places that say 159, like as we're getting through. So
it could have just been, in the factory, right? Maybe one part didn't meet quality specs and they went on to the next one.
On to the next one. Nice.
So in our teardown, we took off every panel of the car except one. And that was because we were really scared. We really didn't know how to take it off. But if you were going to take off this panel, how would you go about that?
I'd have to look at it for a little bit, but assuming that this is aluminum frame, this is aluminum frame, this is probably attached all the way around the perimeter. So I might start digging in a little bit around it, but this tool might still get that off.
So you would treat this almost as a windshield?
I think so.
You think it's urethaned around?
I mean, I think that would be a good first avenue to pursue.
Totally.
But we won't know until we take it off.
You need to kind of peek in there, an inspection camera, get in there to see if it was urethane, or maybe you can get a better look of it that way.
Like if it was my car, I would probably use a little air saw too, like just in one little spot and try to get through in a place that I would have covered up with either the headliner or a trim piece, and so that when I'm trying it, if it goes awry, it's in a place that only I will know.
Okay.
If it was coming off with the windshield kit, she's the wizard, so that's the way to get it off.
All right, windshield kit. We keep talking about it, and we're looking at how much cleaner this is. So what is your secret weapon when it comes to windshields?
So if you still had urethane left, right? Urethane sticks to urethane the best, right? So If I have a little place that it's missing, then I grind it down and put primer on. But anywhere that I can, I leave urethane on. I'll scrape it down pretty flat, like as flat as I can, and then otherwise I leave it and put the next bead on if I was replacing. But I want to scrape most of the urethane off of this, most of the urethane off the windshield, so that you have
sub-millimeter, you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So for us to get a windshield out, Doug and I tend to use this tool, this Viper equalizer. So it's a square wire. The profile is square, and we use this. This part is Doug's job, and this you have to shove from inside. You push it through the urethane, and then you loop the wire through on the outside, and then pull the wire in, right? So now you have this pulley with the wire, and it's going through. This would be on the outside of the window. And then this suction cup is where we would attach it to the inside of the window, right? Okay. And then you just use, there's a socket.
Big ratchet.
Ratchet, yeah. The one thing you need to pay a lot of attention to if you do pursue this is that the geometry matters a lot. So if you're getting in a tight spot, take this off, move it to a different part of the windshield,
Make it a different shape.
And pay so much attention to the feel. Like, it will tell you if it's unhappy, and then you need to stop and reset. And as long as you're really listening to what it has to say, they come out really beautifully. But you can see on the windshield, especially right here, this is where the steel wire was much harder than the aluminum frame. So instead of, let's say the wire, like personifying it a little bit, needs to focus on the urethane. Right. This is obstructing the angle.
Yeah, because the windshield is so curved.
Yeah, so then the steel like pulled right into it a few times. So in that case, like, I'm pushing really hard against it with the trim tool, so that we can try to keep it not capturing this and just cutting through the urethane.
We had a similar problem, right?
So just with our handsaw, it's the same thing. Like, we nicked in a lot of the similar spots, cutting the glass just with the handsaw. And what's funny is, you're saying, listen to the, I was telling, as we're going back, I was like, listen, all right, we need to move. And I was like, we shouldn't be forcing it. And that just looks a whole lot easier than the sawing back and forth.
And a lot of the modern windshields will have locating pins, right? So in the top of, like, if we do a Camaro, for example, like, there will be a circle and then an oval on the other side that you do locating pins. So getting through that is difficult. It depends on if you're in the glue that's behind the pin. It depends on if you're cutting through the pin, but you can't just be cranking or the wire will snap. And we didn't have any of those kinds of issues here.
I just dropped it down.
Exactly.
Makes repositioning easy.
They say you're the wizard. How many windshields have you removed in your life?
I mean, I would say it's been maybe 50.
I'd love to know, was this car ever out there in the wild? It looks like it was used a bunch, but do you know any history of it? Because when I looked at my VIN list, I don't find 159. There is no record of it in the public.
So we don't have any information about what it was before it showed up for us, but I did find this little ticket from a Los Angeles Clippers game.
Oh.
So who knows? But maybe it spent some time in LA.
Oh yeah, I must have, right? If it has an LA Clippers parking pass on it. Look at that.
I think you guys have to keep that.
Please hang on the rear view mirror. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for that. Thank you for just all the time and for all of the care in getting parts ready, which we now have to get loaded up. So I'll get the Silverado.
Okay, let me show you how the box works.
Good suggestion.
Okay, so we screwed the box down to the pallet. So first you're gonna wanna take the screws out of this thin piece of plywood, then tip the box so that these handles are facing up, and be gentle in case anything in there is fragile. And once you get it laying down, there's screws that are all have a Sharpie so you don't lose any, here, and then you can pull this handle and the little take off.
Awesome. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thanks for coming.
It's been
Thank you.
it's been
Thank you.
amazing.
Well, I'm sure we'll see you again because I don't think this is the end of the parts list, but
Nice.
we'll bring this back for loading. All right, make it legal, Billy.
That ain't going nowhere.
Do it. We have a trailer, and we are in Super Cruise, something no other manufacturer offers. I am towing with the speed went up, and it's automatically speeding up. Okay, there's traffic. It's slowing down.
Don't touch it. Just let it do its thing. Even if someone cuts us off.
Wait. So I was set to 1 mile under the limit. The limit raised to 70. So it went ahead and automatically set me to just below the speed limit and raised the limit to the current speed limit.
69.
69. I just feet on the floor. This is normal for you. You're used to this stuff.
Yeah, I love Super Cruise. You know, just wait till it starts raining. Even better.
So there's a tornado warning very close to us. Blinding rain and extreme winds. And we're having to go about 30. We're picking up a little bit of speed. It feels like the universe is fighting back a little bit against 212, but we're gonna get through it. All right, it is surprisingly 20 hours later. We've managed to contain our excitement, and I think, Billy, that might be because we had to come off extreme stress.
Yeah, I needed to chill out. We had a surreal few days in Detroit.
Met with a tornado on the drive home and blinding rain and a broken windshield.
Yeah.
We've done everything we could. GM has done everything they could, and this is the moment that we open this crate. We have very specific instructions too.
There's screws that are all have a Sharpie so you don't lose any here, and then you can pull this handle and the little takeoff.
We have to remove a set of screws in a particular order, lay the crate down in a very specific, and then more screws. But first,
Cut these off.
oh, that was a good moment. All right, so next in our order is plywood off the skid. You know, you kind of want to tear this open like Christmas morning, Billy, but we can't.
This is going to be the most delicate box I've ever opened.
We don't have a vacuum for Big Mike, but he's here to help get the skid out of the way. For every second level tier on 212's Patreon, get a screw. Right, Billy?
Right?
Oh, come on.
It was kind of stuck in there. Looks like it got bent. Got it.
All right, set those
All right,
aside.
Big Mike, be careful with those.
So we have these handles, Billy. We're gonna go very slow and set it flat onto the concrete. Just upright, we're not tilting yet.
Okay.
Okay, well, actually, no, it's wanting to tilt, so
Yeah,
all
I
right.
think it wants to tilt.
So,
Don't let it fall.
yep.
Come on, man. Come on down, touch.
Okay.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Coming loose now.
It's okay.
Is it?
Hold
No,
it.
it's
Hold
not.
it, Jared. Hold it.
On down.
Oh, okay.
It's on the ground.
Yeah. Okay. So now,
Will that come off? Jared?
It will. We have to unscrew it.
We don't want the
but it's not circled. They said remove screws with circles.
Let's leave that one on.
So we got it at the top and that front row.
Should we take this one off?
It's not circled.
I know. It's just the box does not sit flush, you know.
I think I do it, Jared. It's only a mounter
Right.
plate.
I think we should.
All right.
Next time. All right, so make sure it doesn't. Yeah, you want to be on that.
I agree. I'm applying some logic too, and it does feel like it makes sense, but
Instructions are just another man's opinion.
and now.
Get ready, Big Mike. Look at it.
Hold it, Big Mike. Hold it.
All right, now go down. Oh no, I see. It wasn't supposed to come off.
Just like they said.
Take off the ones with screws
Stop,
only.
Stop. Let's just. We got parts attached to this.
Okay,
No,
stop.
We didn't listen. Yeah. They're gonna know.
Sorry, put it back together. Put it back together.
You want to do that together?
Yeah.
Slide it in.
Let's just slide in too.
Right here. Right here. Just put a couple screws in. Yeah. Now we're on the floor.
Hey, you can pause that.
Yeah, that's what
Don't pause that. Don't pause that.
We can Photoshop it out. Hey. Right here. All right. Never speak of that again.
Thank you for not stopping that recording. I said follow the instructions in circles only.
There's screws that are all have a Sharpie, so you don't lose any. Here and here, and then you can pull this handle, and the little take off.
There, Big Mike.
Red and black.
I know they're circles though.
All right. All right.
More opinions. And ideas, right, Jared?
Turns out I'm not that questionable of a garage after all.
We'll make up for it
Wait.
eventually.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna leave the face on.
Moment of truth.
Right.
Don't bomble it.
Yeah.
Don't let it bomble.
Just. I want to look.
Look.
No, just move it first. Move it first.
Whoa, there's a lot in there. Under here, star bit.
Oh, for the inner supports. They gave us the right bit. Look at how nice. Oh, okay.
159.
159 cluster. Oh, look
Left
what the,
hand footwell brake torque control module.
That was on the list.
this doesn't exist anywhere, and we've got one.
We've got one.
We got a brake torque module.
Instrument cluster.
It's amazing.
As much as we want to, we're not going to unwrap the bubble wrap yet. We're going to remove and reposition. So,
All right.
priceless part number one, brake torque controller. This is what handles the rear brakes. This was third in our list of impossible and very
finds.
hard to do things.
If we didn't have this, you got to slam on the front brakes.
Because not only does it control the electric rear brakes, it controls the electric power assist for the front brakes.
Wow.
And we've got one.
Wow.
That goes carefully on the table. Big Mike. This is the left-hand junction blocks. This was the one that we had corroded, rusted. Could be fixed, but a lot easier here. Lets all the wiring and car communicate.
All the wiring goes to this. And then
And this is that same thing, but for the right side.
Perfect.
Oh. I love this note. Radio, no knobs, frowny face.
with a K.
So any era GM, your knobs are broken. Good news is they all break.
They all break,
So
yeah.
they're literally online. We can go into replacements.
Our knob was broken too.
We can get knobs though. They recreate these and they go in all of the radios. So that's a little less rusty radio.
No, Ultimobile.
The instrument cluster, not water damaged. Woo. Those are the small loose parts. So now we come to the quarter glass. This was number 2 in the list of nearly impossible things. Slightly easier to recreate because it's a curved tempered glass.
Custom to the EV1. No other car used this exact glass.
The regattas and stuff were close. Oh, we got one footprint. We can figure out who it was. But This honestly, brake torque was probably number 2 and this is number 3 because it being tempered would be easier to get recreated, but it was still a nightmare. With the window track in much better condition.
Oh wow.
So yeah, this is how they come. The rubber gasket and all, they're glued into the gasket and you can remove it, but it's much easier.
Museum grade packing material.
That's a Darren joke. But yep, that gasket is in really good shape. Billy, I think it's time.
Uh-oh.
It's time to remove a couple more pieces of hardware. I can tell they've done their very, very, very best.
All right, here's a floater.
Oh.
Driver door panel mirror switch.
Oh, the broken mirror switch.
This will let you adjust your mirrors electronically.
Again, absolute great detail. The fact that they put so much effort into building, packing those notes, they love what we're doing just as much as we love what we're doing.
Thank you, Team 159.
The only thing left in here is the number one most crucial component.
All right, one support, out. Now that's how you pack parts. All right, thank you, Jared. Strap here, strap here.
All right, let's start. Okay, that's 4 rolls of bubble wrap.
That's a lot of bubble wrap there.
That is a lot of,
That is a lot of bubble wrap.
Okay, wait, so it rolls. So we're gonna have to cut the layers, I think, to get to it.
Yeah, safely.
I see a connector.
It's a nice foam.
Okay, so right in the middle.
There you go.
Okay, that's one layer.
Whoa.
Did you see it? Did you see it? Oh! Golly, that was a good static electricity bite.
Look, there's a logo on it.
I know, I was gonna say, we might be able to find more about the car's history.
Go easy.
That's a lot of static electricity, my goodness.
Something's giving me a hole back there.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Take a picture, send it
Can you believe it?
We got to fix the wire got cut.
She mentioned that.
We'll figure that out.
Said not the deal.
Guess what? Our wire is still good on the old one.
We just got to figure out how we can potentially connect it. Look how clean it is.
Holy moly.
There's no cloudiness. We'll have to glue a button on.
This was removed or it's brand new?
This is removed from a car. Then 159.
By a surgeon?
By the window
Rachel.
whisperer.
Billy, what's in front of you?
The windshield whisperer.
That's where the windshield button, the rear view mirror button
Rear view
goes.
mirror. All right, so are we even going to lift this out? We're just going to leave it here, right?
It's going to live here until it goes in the car when we're done building it.
Let me get a peek under there, right?
Not easily.
It's got to say something.
We'll slip a camera down
Yeah,
in
slip a camera.
and see if we can find it. It looks like some type of parking pass and numbers.
There's definitely a number on it.
All right, and then we'll just kind of do that.
There you go. Push down.
That's about the best we're gonna get out of it. It's just a
Is it just that number?
14575. What is that logo, Freddie?
Ready?
The Morehouse College logo.
Oh. Is it?
No, just kidding.
Go do some work. Go do some work on that one, Freddie.
It's weird that it doesn't have
Reverse image search it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's the logo that we got to track up.
It's the logo we need to figure out.
It's weird they have the little banners, but there's no text in them.
So it's designed to sit standing up. So we fold all of the
right,
tape
so-
and put those crossbars back on it.
That's fine. I'll show you something now.
What?
All right, so the foam that you took out, Billy, has got to go back in.
All the foam?
Black block.
Yeah. Well, that was the most epic unboxing I've ever done.
Absolutely. What I'm most excited about, we got it here safe.
We got everything here safe. The glass, not a scratch on it.
And immediately we resealed that crate. There's no reaching over it rule without a lid. Like,
Yep.
that is the holy grail
You know,
of EV1 parts.
Most likely that will be the last part that we install on the car.
Just because you can't get more, and it lets us work around it easier. Want to take a look at some other 159 parts for 212?
Why don't we start with the smallest part?
All right.
Mirror switch.
That is overkill, and I love it. Like, you don't need 4 layers of 1-inch bubble wrap for a small electrical switch, but they did it. That's what it's supposed to look like.
And then it should be able to left, middle, right.
And move.
And that's clean too.
Ours was not very clean.
Oh, microcraft.
270 part number.
All right, the next one is the instrument cluster from V159.
I wonder how many miles 159 has.
Yeah, our instrument cluster had a ton of water damage, as you know, because that hole in the windshield just let a shower in that car all day.
You know what's nuts?
What?
The fact that you're the one who tracked this car down or bought it out on the auction, got it, and you decided to share it.
You know, I really love these EVs and I want the story to be told. And with all my cars, I've always shared them.
Yeah.
Always let my friends drive them. Random strangers who would stop me in the Safeway parking lot, take it for a spin. I'm all about sharing. And I think General Motors noticed, right?
Yeah.
And that's the only reason they noticed, because someone like you came and helped me. And
Wanted
helped
to
me
tell the
share
story.
even more. Yeah.
Oh, that looks so good.
This looks good.
That looks so good.
Wow.
I wonder if maybe we should recondition the binnacle from 212, or do we keep 159's full binnacle? We'll figure it out
compare.
later.
We'll see what we need to do.
How cool is it getting to turn on and seeing that light up in 001?
Now that was an electric experience. I was trying to tell people that I don't think I had felt something that good since I got into MIT. What an epic experience seeing the EV1 turn on for the first time.
That board looks way better.
That board is clean. That board is very clean.
I think it goes to show when you share the story and you don't like hide things away. It doesn't matter what it is. Classic Mopars, muscle cars, they get tucked away forever and ever. People hide. Now granted, a lot of this particular model of EVs are hidden for a particular reason.
Yep.
They didn't go through proper pathways to ownership.
Yeah, a lot of those people that have those EV1s own them illegally.
So,
you know, they claim that they are built from a bunch of parts and whatnot to avoid all of that headache. But us, we have nothing to fear. Except fear itself, of course.
no, don't fear. Fear. Well, no, that's right. You're fearing fear itself, because if you're being fearful, that's why you're afraid of being afraid.
Exactly. Yeah. So now this one is the radio and with the knobs.
I love it. It's just.
And that was really cool too, you know, sitting in EV1 VIN 001, the radio turned on. I was listening to local Warren radio stations. It was really awesome.
This saves us from having to kind of like hack together multiple radios to make it work in the car.
And yes, the Oldsmobile radio was similar, but it had a different faceplate. It was a different color.
Yeah.
And you know, there's all that safety anti-lock stuff in there.
And we could swap face plates to kind of make it, but it was rough and grody. Now I do remember them telling us, they referenced our video of removing. We spent, God, how long was it, like 45 minutes?
It took us a while, but you know, ours was rusted in there.
It's one simple clip to remove, but for us, the whole body was rusted in.
No knobs. But no rust either. Wow.
Oh, that is so clean.
That's clean. Nothing inside.
Oh.
Who knows? There might be a CD in there.
02-12-99. So I don't know if this radio was replaced, but it was manufactured February 19th, 99.
Well, you know, V159 originally started life as a lead-acid EV1, and somewhere along the lines, the General Motors engineers internally updated it, converted it to Gen 2 nickel metal hydride.
I wonder if they did the radio. Why would you do the radio?
Well, they did the seats, so maybe they did a lot. Who knows? All right, let's go for the right-hand box first.
I'm gonna do the left hand, or in conjunction. Get it? Also, to any of you who think we're corporate shills, I think you guys totally missed the literal 2 days worth of passion and love of everyone we talked with, and you know, that they love this car, they love the program, they love their future.
At the end of the day, corporations are made up of people. Without the people, there is no corporation. And, you know, we walked in there and we felt like mini celebrities. The passion was bleeding out of these engineers.
They had to sign some t-shirts.
They had to sign t-shirts that we gave them. You know, we got to meet with a few engineers that actually work at GM today and worked on the EV1 program in the 90s. And oh my God, those guys, some of them were crying, you know, to see us putting so much love and energy into this project to bring 212 back. They couldn't believe it.
Look how good those look.
No, these are clean. Look at these.
Yeah, you turn airbags on or off if you want.
Right there.
Right there, the little yellow switch. I still enjoy my gas, but electric is pretty fun too.
What's interesting is that, you know, obviously we didn't have the boxes that mount here, but we also didn't have these clips.
I think when they were being converted to go to schools, they weren't always removed with the greatest of care.
No, I think it was on purpose, right?
They
rip it out.
Get it apart and get it sent out. And the more history we tried to find on 159, it doesn't look like it left GM's ownership, so it wouldn't have ever been fully torn down. So we saved the best for last. The part that makes the super amazing brake system work.
There it is, the left-hand footwell, brake torque control module, BTCM. This is the computer that manages the electronic brakes in the rear.
And the power pumps for the front brakes.
You know, this one was famously taken out of all of those cars. And because it was a unique computer to the EV1, we never thought we were ever going to find one.
There was always leads that would pop up and they always would disappear. And there's like, oh, I've got all this stuff and I definitely have it. And then you never hear back from it. And
yep,
it could work without it, but it's not right. We're trying to make it how it was in 96, right? Yeah, 212's 96.
Yep, born in 96, leased in 97.
And a thorn in GM's side its entire life. It's perfect that 212's the one that escaped, because it really was the most problematic car. Look at that. Do you know how few people have ever seen that? This is all you get to see, I'm sorry. But
wow.
So that will be one side, and the opposite side power. Those are what goes to the actual brake actuators. And then that's all of the communication signals in and out. But the higher gauge wires, that runs the actuator.
That's it, and that would mount right on there.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. And that's it. Now we got brakes.
And glass.
And glass. Oh, what a week it's been. What a week it's been.
You want to sit back there? Are you enjoying being the tall one for a second?
I just really can't believe that this is all real.
Absolutely. So the process has been amazing. We got an email about the second video. That was
It
the
was
first.
right after the second video.
And it was just one of those things where we were slow. We sent out a sacrificial soldier to make sure they were friendlies. Sorry, Darren, but we put you on the front line. We didn't know if you were going to make it back or not. But
Playing it safe. We weren't losing 2-1-2.
but they've been nothing but amazing. You can't change the past, but you can do your best effort to show the company today. And because Billy is sharing the car, sharing it with me, letting me to work on it with him, we were able to get the exposure because you guys watched it, for GM to see it and be excited about it. And when we say we solved so many impossible problems, like that's absolutely, and it's because you guys watch, Billy lets us share.
Yeah.
And the president of GM's excited about it. He's got a very personal connection. Not only are we planning to have 212 running for that, Billy's got plans to bring it around the country, have many activations once it's running. 2027 is going to be insane. Maybe it'll be the quietest thing on Woodward Dream Cruise. We've got big plans, but we're not even close to done.
We're not.
There's a lot to do. It's going to be
The
exciting.
real work now begins.
Absolutely. So we're still recovering. Let me just say, the last 2 days have been insane. We were treated like rock stars. We did so much, but it was a week's worth of work and filming and
It
tours.
was just so surreal, you know, from every level in the company. You know, from the brand new engineer to the person who's been there for 30 years.
35 years.
Middle management to the top. Everyone was excited
And
when we were
everyone
there.
had heard. Billy's dad was running around handing out like little promo
Business
business
cards.
cards that explained the project. And they're like, oh yeah, no, we've heard about it. I think 3 people didn't know why Big Mike was handing him that card. Like, the company, the people are excited about it. We're excited about it. Most of you are excited about it. And for those who are not, don't worry. There's loud, annoying cars coming too. There's more electric stuff coming too. We're going to take a nap because we really didn't sleep well. This box has been very nerve-wracking. The moment we had control of it, it's been stressful. And the fact that we got hit with a dang tornado. Driving home through a tornado and blinding rain. The water is the element that fights 212.
212 will prevail.
We're going to see it to end. Appreciate you guys watching. This has been a huge knowledge dump, a huge, just amazing experience for us. And next time with 212, you're going to see stuff going back on for real. We're building the car now, which is insane.
Yes.
So
Thank you, General Motors. Thank you, Mark. Thank you to the whole team that helped us get there and took us around and guided us throughout the entire tech center.
Yes. And
Showed us so much.
thank you so much for arranging. I wish we could have filmed the roundtable. They got pretty much every one of their original program engineers still there, and we got an hour with them, and we realized we were going to make some very critical mistakes on reassembly. They were able to speak raw technical knowledge that some of it is still proprietary, and they gave us that access. So if you have any doubts on GM's commitment to making sure 212 drives again,
Indeed.
they're giving us their full engineering resources, which is absolute. Did you ever?
You know, we thought it was a dream come true just buying 212. But then we got to sit in the Sun Racer.
Well, around Sun Racer.
We got to be around the Sun Racer.
They were
sit in
working-
the Impact concept. Boot up EV1 001.
Yeah. And
now we have parts.
And
Parts that we thought we would never find.
And we have like a multi-billion-dollar company cheering us on.
Let's do it.
Thank you guys for watching. I'm Jared, reminding you guys to always make questionable choices. And Billy, you're on the spot.
And remember, this is the EV1 for the people.
We'll see you next time. Perfect time.